Hey, welcome everybody to our June leader call. Thank you for being on with us. I know it's a little bit later in the month because of the way the first Monday fell, but it's just our opportunity to come hang out on Zoom and be together and hang that way. So Melissa, why don't you kick it off with some recognition?
Okay, welcome to June, guys. We're super excited for this month, for new potential, an opportunity to gather here tonight, right, for encouragement, edification, and we all just love being together. So our fierce Oilers now number 1,928. And the greatest enrollment opportunity by state, starting out west, is Montana, Idaho, New Mexico, and out east, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Maine. So those are the 6 remaining states where we don't have any fierce Oilers. So I'm thinking the summer would be a great time to expand into those states, don't you think? So I want to do a shout out to enrollers. In the month of May, people with 1 enrollment. Amy, I can never say Meg L's last name.
Lavande, she can't either. Lavande who, la 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 la.
So Meg, Laura Shields, Susan Wood, congratulations on your enrollment. And Amy and myself each had 1 enrollment. And with 2 enrollments, we had Danielle Wilson, who was another person. I'm never sure which name to use.
Danielle Wilson was right. Don't be thrown by Facebook. It's her code name.
Okay. Danielle Wilson and Pam Jensen. So as a lot of you know, doTERRA had extended their May promo into June, which offered the Divana Touch for 3 100 PV or enrollments. And you could get both the Divana Touch and the Jasmine Essential Oil, not the absolute, the real oil, for 5.
Did anybody get the Jasmine oil? I got my Divana code today. Who got their Jasmine?
Okay, can we just let me do this? I'm working up to it. So last month I announced that Pam Jensen had qualified for the Divana, and with her enrollments this month, she is the proud recipient of both oils.
I mute so I can scream.
I know, I'm like beyond and happy for Pam. Pam, did you happen to notice you got your code today?
My what?
Your code. Okay, so you're going to get a code from doTERRA in your email. Amy's came today, so that means that you should be getting it very soon. If you don't have it by the 15th of the month, let me know. You're going to use it in a June order to redeem it. Don't forget to redeem it, or we will all cry with you. Okay. So there you go. Congratulations, everybody. June is looming ahead, and exciting things are happening. So let's go.
Okay, that was very exciting. Let's go into an equally exciting topic of price changes. Go for it.
Switching gears, for those of you, you should all know that there have been price increases. And so there have been posts and information. Amy and I put detailed information into the team app. So you go to the team app, go under news and updates. You're going to find a heading that says June 1st pricing changes. Please familiarize yourself with these changes. I'm certain it's going to come up in the weeks to come with your customers. And as business leaders, it's super important that we understand the changes and that we can explain them well. So in that update on the team app, I just want to hit some highlights, okay? We categorized the price changes by the different product lines. And I want to offer you some perspective on this. Of the 37 changes, 19 were decreases in price. I don't want anybody to miss that. A few more, like 3 of them, were only slight increases in the PV. So that puts us at like what, 22. So that means 15 were increases. Of those increases, they mainly fell between 50 cents and $3. It's been a long time since some of these things were increased, and with the difficulties in sourcing and shipping and obtaining these oils, these pure, amazing oils, I think that's understandable. So what we are asking you to do is to be sure to read up, be confident in what doTERRA offers when people ask you questions, because our confidence speaks volumes. And yes, the prices did go up on some products, but the truth is more prices went down than up. And I just want you to be prepared when people ask you about it.
Thanks. I'm just gonna be like, talk to Melissa about it.
Oh, Melissa, I'm like a non-numbers person, and I'm like all over this. The one thing I did want to point out is, in case you missed it, on the LLV with the add-on supplements went from 20 to 22.50, all of those. So that was a change right there, that you might want to pay attention to.
Hmm. Oh, 411 with Melissa. Okay, well, nothing quite as exciting here. I wanted to talk about, well, it's like summer. Summer is here. And with summer is like a different cadence. Like everyone has a different, like a shift in schedule. The days are different, all of that. And I just wanted to encourage everyone to be creative and like not let let yourself off the hook, but don't be afraid to like mix it up and how you're doing things and how you're connecting with people and whatever that might look like see how many customers, like give yourself a challenge. Can I get 10 itch sticks in the hands of my customers? Bug sprays, like how many customers can I remind that TerraShield is only $10.50, which is just insanity. How many of your friends have little girls who need a detangling spray, which you can make with an empty 15 ml bottle? I would say always, always, always make sure that you've got an after sun spray with you, because you're probably going to be giving it to somebody. Anytime you're having somebody over for a meal or anything, or like hosting with people, make sure oils are in your drinks or your food, just like really be intentional with those things. If you want to go out and live your life and enjoy your summer, then make sure your oils are with you, and there will be great fruit from that. My goal
You're
is
making me laugh because I saw somebody with a really bad sunscreen today, and if I had had the after sun spray, I would have been like,
we should just like, guys, take an empty bottle. I got my spray tops off of Amazon, right? Get your empty bottles that you're all hanging on to, clean them off, and make 5 after sun sprays: lavender, frankincense, and peppermint, and water. And you just give, here you go. Like, you're going to need this. Like, yes, yes. So
guys, we have like 10,000 spray tops. Let me mail you a few in an envelope. Let's just do it. Let's get out there.
I think just like an ounce of preparation really like works well. Like if your summer bag doesn't have what you need in it yet, like I need like at least 2 oils that I like can reach for. Like people are going to see me out and about giving the balanced swipe to my children, all of those things. So really commit to that. Another thing, Jerry, how many drops of each? If I'm using a 15 ml bottle, 2 to 3 of each, I think is totally appropriate. Yeah.
And you use water, not FCO, right?
I'm a water girl on that. I guess you could, in an after sun spray, you might want to make it FCO. I would say go with your judgment on that.
Half and half.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing, I think we'll talk about this more as some of you share, doing an essential oils made easy class under the like guise of a theme or a topic. So Emily and I have had awesome success with mamas and littles. I think we had like 18 registered for one of them, just with going with a specific topic, right? I told my mom that she needs to do one on grief, and I was like, just like make the advertising like you can be on. We'll send you a special grief oil, and you don't have to turn on your camera, and you can just sit there and cry for 30 minutes, right? So like, what can you do with that? Teenagers, grandkids. What about summer focus? So just pick your focus and do it. All right. I know my mom will be sharing more about that. And do you want to give us a quick update, not even update, but just like highlight of convention and kind of what's up there?
Absolutely. So first I want to say, Melissa, I love hearing you talk about the numbers thing, because you are like, your number one strength is positivity, right? And that like so shines through, and I love that. Like the way you frame that is so you, it's perfect. Okay. So convention is happening out in Utah, in Salt Lake City this year. It's in September. It is, let me just make sure, September 9th through the 11th. So what we are planning on doing is there's a brand new, like not even finished being built, retreat center here in Appleton that is owned and operated by one of my customers who's amazing. So it's designed to be like a retreat center for crafters. So she's like a big quilting person. And so there's like a high demand for that, but it's also like open to all things, like wellness. There's a focus on that too. So she has opened it up to us. So there are several different rooms with like different beds in them, right? Some rooms have one bed, some have two, some have four. There's lots of options there. All the meals are included. It's just outside of Appleton here. And so we're going to be gathering in the Midwest to watch convention virtually that way instead of going out to Salt Lake City. If you're like, no, I want to go to Salt Lake, do it. But if you want an option a little bit more, closer to the Midwest, that's what we're doing. I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like it'll be a cool way to still experience it together. There's a lot of power, I think, in like those events together and like seeing, hearing other people's perspectives, right? Like doing it. Oh my gosh, we've all been like sitting on Zoom alone for a year. Like, let's do something. Let's sit on Zoom with other people. So that's going on. So if you have questions about that, if you are like at all interested, you need to let me know like yesterday, like immediately, because there's a number of rooms. There's still space, I think, but we will likely be sharing the space with crafters. There's like some crafting weekend going on. I don't know, some big crafting thing happening. And Lisa, the owner, is expecting that the rest of the rooms will fill quickly. So if that is something you're interested in, please let us know right away. All meals are covered in the price. I can't remember if I said that. If you bought a ticket last year when you watched convention, make sure that it's virtual. Switch it over. If you're not sure, like chat into customer service. I'm actually not sure. I think I bought one. Maybe I didn't. I'm not sure.
Talk to me if you need to do that, because it's been kind of a journey to figure out the best way to do it. And I think I finally have it.
Okay. Well, I'm talking to you, Melissa, because I'm like, I actually never know. I'm like, help me. But yeah, make sure your ticket is virtual. Talk to Melissa if you have more questions about that. But I think it'll be really fun. So please join us. Please join us. If you haven't seen a convention yet, this is a great way to experience the togetherness and not have to fly to Salt Lake City, right? So please join us if you'd like to. That'll be going on in September.
And I just want to say, if you can't join us for all 3 days, but you can do a day here or a day there, please come.
Mm-hmm.
We welcome you. Any little bit of you, any little bit would be amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
And remind us what we're supposed to send you. What are we all sending you? Our credit card info? Remind us what we're sending.
I know. Send me all of your personal banking information. I hope you trust me. No, so I'm not sure exactly. We're not.
Okay.
Here, but
You'll let us know. Okay, good. I was like,
so I'm in touch with Lisa trying to figure out the best way to do that. And I figured it would be easier for her if I collected everyone's info. So I'll be in touch with the people that are, for sure in about that.
Boom. Thank you. It is going to be fun for sure. Okay. How about this? Dr. Hill's Aroma Touch training. They schedule their stuff over my team calls, and why doesn't doTERRA check with me? But right now at this very moment, they're like announcing the new redo of what that's going to be. And listen to this description that they wrote. I think this is very good. It's an infusion of excitement and energy regarding the Aroma Touch technique and the Aroma Touch hand technique. Discover how this new and very duplicatable approach using the Aroma Touch technique can raise your health and build business to new levels of relaxed intensity and awesomeness. Mom, Melissa Werner. Nobody looked at the chat.
That is so erotic.
Look at the chat. Oh my goodness.
Emily used the erotic word, not me.
Oh, it did sound like that. And now I have to delete the recording.
The way you read it too. Oh my gosh.
So sexual.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on, since that was really fun. I'm excited to hear what they're doing with the Aroma Touch technique. And I actually gave 2 just in the past few weeks. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a really good tool. So stay tuned on that. Hey, actually, this is important now that we're all going to behave. I'm putting in the chat box right now the sign up sheet for the next round of CE classes. So I just got done scheduling July through September. We're adding in a 10th to round it out to 10, which makes Lindsay King so happy because 9 almost killed her. She's been trying to come up with a 10th topic that I would say yes to for like 9 months. So it's the nutrition line that we'll be adding in for. So if you can grab one of those, yay, do it. That would be amazing. Even if you do the same one that you've already done, so you don't have to prepare a new one. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I think then let's just go over to like things that we're doing. I have like people that we want to hear from. What about Susan and Jerry first? What do you think, Mom?
Oh, absolutely. They need to be speaking. They're blowing up summer. They have blown up summer already.
Should see the pictures of that class. Okay, Susan and Jerry, tell us what you're up to and how you feel about it.
Come on, Susan, unmute. No, it was fun. And so Melissa helped us because she did these topics 2 years ago at Dummer Library. So we brainstormed with Melissa and picked 3. And people were, they were happy to be together. And it was a perfect summer evening. A little bit of noise pollution at my yard, but trains
Here did not stop.
It's not quite like up by you. No, but it was good. And so we're excited. In fact, we're meeting after our meeting now to plan for a week from Thursday for Emotional Edge. So it was good. We did. Susan, I'll let you take over.
I think it was so much fun. I agree. I always get giddy just being able to get together. How many people did we have? 10, 12?
Oh, 15 people.
15, including the 3 of us, but there are 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
there were
Okay, so
had
Pam was there too, and it was awesome to have the support, like emotionally as well as the physical, you being there. But with Melissa and Pam being there, that was really awesome. So we really appreciated that, and getting together with some newbies as well as some what's the opposite? The old bees? I don't like saying that. But those that are experienced and married to oils, that's how we say it, I guess. It was just fun. It was really nice. And so even though we did have a little bit of overhead traffic, it was really good. So I look forward to brainstorming and doing the next 2 together.
And there were 3 new people that you connected and are wanting to connect, with.
Yeah, so I have 2 people that from that, which is really cool. We had 2 people that committed to getting onto an Essential Oils Made Easy class that we have to now set up together. And then, excuse me, we have another person who, oh my gosh, I'm just tired. What was it, Melissa?
She's going to bring you. So the one person wanted us all to come duplicate it at her house because she got really excited. We showed the keychain samplers at the end, right? And said, this is what we would give you if you have one of these at your house. And so she got all ramped up and we said, well, why don't you bring your people here for the next one? And she thought that was a great idea. But I just want to do a shout out because this was Susan's first time teaching like this in front of doTERRA group. I mean, we have been at Susan's house, but I mean, we all remember our first class, and we all it's just so fun to see the evolution. I was so proud of these guys and so proud of the way it all went down and the beautiful attention to detail that they did. People felt welcomed. And I also just want to point out that having Jerry as a dental hygienist and Susan as a nurse, both in the medical field, really carried a lot of weight. And I'm telling you, people just kept walking in. They were like, there was like a flood. And so the first one was I named it their gardening series or garden series, but the first one was on outdoors gardening, that kind of thing. And they had a bunch of DIYs. They're going to cut it down a little bit for the next one. It's emotional health, and they're going to tie in the Blue Tansy Challenge, which is amazing. And then they are going to do the Christmas in July. So just so fun to have somebody on our team doing 3 of something back to back.
And that was really, I just showed up and talked, which is so my gift and too easy for me. But Jerry did a lot of prep. And so thank you, Jerry, for making it so easy.
I want the recipes for all the food. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'll send those to
So
you.
yummy.
Two were in the New Living magazine. So
Oh, so yummy.
yeah, thanks, Pam.
I saw Jerry's post about that magazine. I've been meaning to read it, but haven't found the time yet, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I want, Em turned her camera off, but when you get a chance, I have a couple questions for you. It's okay. Do you want me to wait? I have something I can say first.
No, I'm good. I'm just in the kitchen. I didn't think you'd want me to see like my fridge as I'm listening. So no, go ahead.
Can you tell us a little bit about like, well, you had the recent enrollment that you have worked on for so long. Yeah, that one. And then like how you maybe reconnected with some of the people, like organizations that have been enrolled, and how you maybe some of those things.
Sure. Yeah, so I last month finally, after years, enrolled my chiropractor. And so he's great. Like I really like him. I've been seeing him since I was pregnant with EB 4 years ago, and talked to him about oils in the past, and he was kind of like, meh. I specifically was like, hey, I want to talk to you about this, and he was like, oh, no, I'm not sure. And it didn't happen. And so I've talked to him like here and there, like mentioned a few things. He knows I do it, but we haven't revisited it until recently. And I was like there for an adjustment. I was like, I was just like straight, like, I think you need oils. I think like you do everything really well here. Like your customer service is top notch. And I think diffusing oils like is the like next level of really good customer service and like setting your office apart. And he was like, yeah, I talked to you about that. And so we did. And so he ended up getting that Aroma Essentials kit, which is amazing. I love that kit. And because it's super good for businesses, right? Like a lot of those kits I was finding before, kits in previous years, it's harder to talk about a business about why they need tea tree oil, right? But it's a super easy sell to be like, all these oils smell amazing. Pick which one you feel like. So he ended up getting oils and then a Rome diffuser in every room in the office. And so that was like, years in the making. So I was really pleased about that. That was this past month. And then, so in years past, there's several different domestic violence shelters in my area. And I've had contact with them, like you have enrolled many of those shelters. But the way I did it was enrolling the director, which worked well because it's honestly just more steps to do it a different way. So enrolling the director was great, worked great. But now 2 of the 3 directors have retired. And so making new connections there again. So I've been back at the one in Oshkosh and did like a self-care class there. And trying to do that well, do that respectfully. And it was so good. It was like my first in-person event, since like pre-COVID. And it was like, wow, this is really nice to like be with humans again. So that was super good. And then I had another meeting with a different place yesterday on Friday via Zoom. And so anyways, just kind of like reconnecting there, and that has been good. But I think what I'm really enjoying is doing more stuff with businesses. And I have enrolled a lot of businesses that I would like to connect back with, right? Like when, especially restaurants that were like, yeah, we're just trying to stay afloat, right? Like we're not purchasing any oils in 2020, but things have changed. And so like circling back to that and being like, hey, how are you incorporating these? Let's talk about that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Thanks, Em. That's awesome. And Melissa, you finally enrolled the pharmacy. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I did. So I enrolled the pharmacy. I finally, after 3 years, got the orthopedic surgeon to commit to having a diffuser in the waiting room for 30 days. And I think that kit would be amazing for them. And he also asked me if I would get an executive from doTERRA to come to speak in either September or October on a Monday night. So I'm kind of freaked out about that and curious to see how that will work. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing as M, kind of doubling back and re-engaging with a restaurant I enrolled who wants to, who I talked to about doing a cooking class this summer. She's been talking to me about it for 2 years. And so we picked a date and I will see her Wednesday morning and she's supposed to have her menu ready for the cooking class. So I'm kind of like, I'm like with M, just trying to be bold and go out there and try some of these things.
You guys are my bold friends. I personally have been noticing a theme of people that I've been working with or connecting with lately, maybe people I've connected with for years who are like, I just can't envision how I will use them. Like, I'm afraid I'll get them and I won't use them, no matter how many times I talk to them or whatever that looks like. And so now that we have those awesome little samples, like to get somebody a batch of like 5 or 6 oils is honestly, in my opinion, no big deal, NBD. And so if I can take somebody through that and then say, I'm going to text you for 3 days, 5 days, whatever, like, okay, go grab this now, put it here, do this, boom, that's what that looks like. And then in the evening, I want you to go grab lavender, to walk them through that and let them experience that really helps that conversation. And then what I've been saying, I'm getting to go to Minnesota and meeting with one of my new enrollments, because I was basically like, I'm coming through and I'm going to meet with you and I'm going to bring all the roller bottles, all the spray bottles, and we're going to make everything that you need. And when are you going to, like, I just need you to get your oils on the way. I just need you to order your kit. And another person who's like, oh, you would come do that for me? Yes, I will get my oils on the way. So helping people kind of understand that. And I think the last thing I was going to share, and this is like 100%, Mom, is it okay if I explain the DIY drop-in format that
Yes.
it's your vision?
Yeah, Jerry was going to say something though in this last bit.
Jerry talk. Jerry,
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, if you think of it,
I'll think of it and I'll go.
I was going to be a smarty pants and say we could go on to 11 classes and do a cooking one and then just blow Lindsay up.
really.
But I actually love that part of it, because everybody at some point cooks, even if it's as little as I am. I do.
And that's awesome. Yeah, roller bottle. Was that somebody I think we talked about that. Anyway, okay, so DIY drop-in. So my mom is like the in-person one, like we're connecting with people and I'm like, can I not see people? Like this whole thing we do all the time, but we came up with the idea like what she was already going to do by opening up the space here at Superior Street Wellness, and what could we do to really like look at the next few months with that successfully, and something that we could do here and on the road. And it's a DIY drop-in. So we've taken some time to go on to, get the supplies, 5 ml rollers, some 1 and 2 ounce spray bottles, and some blank labels, and to go to people and be like, you've got your oils, I've got the things, let's make what you need. Let's make your scrubbing paste and your bug spray and all the things that you need. It totally can appeal to potential customers as well. And I think it's very easy to say to somebody like, hey, what were your 3 favorite recipes you made? Like, let's do a class at your house and we can let your friends make those recipes too. Or like, who do you know that needs one of these rollers we just made, right? Is there something we can make with your oils for somebody you love? And like, you're almost filling the sample together then. So like talking through those things and those processes, but yeah, DIY drop-in is something that my mom and I are excited to be working on. And leaning into, because it helps so many different people in so many ways. And it's really just a very casual thing. So Mom, did I explain that well?
Yeah, we've got a Google Doc we made with like the purpose and the supplies and every single thing, kind of like what I gave Susan and Jerry from 2 years ago. It's got everything in there. And if you'd like to see that, just let us know. But I think that I just want you guys to think about always offering, know what your end goal is. You're serving these people, but you're also offering to serve their people. Don't walk away without having had that conversation. Have those keychain samplers with you. People love those little keychain samplers. I think I paid $1 for them. Like I have a whole bunch of them, but I've given a lot of them away. But make sure you have that conversation with people and encourage them to invite their friends. And that's really where the fruit will be.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have one more thing.
So
Sure, got it.
the orthopedic surgeon, Melissa, is he like asking somebody from doTERRA to come to like a meeting that he's having with other, or is it going to be at the hospital? Is that what it is?
He's part of a really, really big practice, and they have been bought out by a huge hospital system. And that hospital system is from like Theta Care, from like Appleton North, the whole northern part of the state. And they will have executives in the hospital system all over. And he's very concerned about the opioid issue. And so he wants to be like, he wants to put this new hospital system on the map in rural areas for using doTERRA oils instead of opioids.
Awesome.
And I'm just like dying, even thinking about the magnitude. It just kind of locks me down. I'm going to need accountability because it makes me afraid and it makes me go, I can't do this.
No, you can do it. Oh my gosh, you can
If
do it.
anybody could do it, it's
That's
you.
your top fives. You lean in. Come on.
Yeah, Melissa.
I did think of something else. Amy, is it okay to share now about the online classes between the 15th and the 30th?
Sure.
One of the things that I'm offering to people, if you haven't heard, you're hearing it here, is to concentrate on an opportunity to do either an in-person or online class for sure between the 15th and the 30th of each month. Because you know by the 15th kind of what your volume looks like, by the 16th, 17th what's happening, and then kind of that's where the rubber hits the road if you're trying to reach a goal. And to be honest, we all should have a goal every month, even if it's one enrollment. We need to have a goal. Without a goal, we flounder. So what I'm doing, for example, I talked to Jerry, I talked to Susan, and I said, what would be a class where we could take that EOME class that we teach over and over and over again, and then we bookend it with a specific topic, and we have DIYs on the end. What would reach your people? Jerry and I are doing a caregiving one, oils for caregivers, and we've got it on the calendar already. We're working on the PowerPoint, but we're taking that base PowerPoint and we're just expanding it a little bit. And Susan and I, Susan, what was our topic? Or did we decide? What did we decide? We decided not to. Yeah. Oh, can't hear you.
That's a first someone says it to me. No, we're working on it. I've fallen a little behind.
Yeah, but we did. What was our topic, Susan? We didn't have one.
I don't think we did.
Okay, so I thought I wrote one down in my notes. Sorry about that. But anyway, if you'd like to partner with me, if you'd like me to work with you, you would be teaching, I would be teaching. Hopefully you would take a lot of the responsibility, but I'm here to cheer you on and help you with that. I'm all for doing that this summer, especially looking at the 15th through the 30th.
Awesome. Okay, let's see if anybody else has something they want to share or questions. I think now is the perfect time for that.
Wow, there you go.
Good stuff. All right, well, I hope you guys really enjoy. I hope it's as beautiful wherever you are as it is here. And yeah, I just think, find what works for you this summer and get after it. And then we'll see you again in July. And we're just going to keep plugging along here, staying the course, because there's fruit when you stay the course. Okay.
Thanks
Sounds
for
good,
your inspirational. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, everybody.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.